At the Vinnie Vincent birthday bash, I was tomato, my tomato, on the Vinnie Vincent birthday bash, my tomato. Actually, forget about that. I'm going to be really clear here. I'm going to give you what I think is a really serious idea about what I think could have happened as far as possibilities with the cancellation of some of Vinnie Vincent's shows and why he eventually showed up to his birthday bash. I wasn't there, so this is not based on anything that I know happened. This is only based upon my speculation. But if you want to hear that, fine. If you don't want to hear it, it's okay. But here we go. First off, without naming anyone in particular, I'll just say he finally came out and went into the public eye, and that was because someone was able to find him. And after that, I guess he felt all is good, which means, hey, I'll trust anybody who can help me. So, whatever the deal was, and I don't know what the deal was, he, I think, decided that he was going to clear ship and use all new people in doing whatever it was that he was going to do. And I also think that part of his reason for doing that was because he had been hurt emotionally over the lawsuits that he had with Kiss. So what happened is he might have felt these gigs that he was going to do were going to be ways of compensating him because he had lawsuits and lost money and all that during his lawsuits with Kiss. So he was maybe, and I say maybe because I don't know, I'm only speculating. Again, please remember I'm saying speculating. I'm speculating he felt that if promoters or hosts or whatever they were who were doing shows that could book him, if they weren't able to pay him what he thought that he needed, he might have felt hurt. And maybe he felt like, if I do a certain gig and it doesn't come out the way that it's supposed to come out, then I'm at a loss. So he might be a guy who's very, very concerned about money. So that's my guess. And then when he finally did the birthday bash, I'm assuming he got a new crew, that whoever was representing him wasn't the same guy he had, and that it's possible that whoever he had representing him earlier had been responsible for him coming up with the decisions to cancel some of the gigs that he had. And he had blamed it on a certain promoter who shouldn't have been blamed, but possibly the person who was managing him or working with him had said, hey, if you're going to say something about this, you have to blame the promoter. If you blame me in any way, you're going to get sued, or something of that effect. So it's maybe not highly totally likely, but I'm saying it's possible that maybe there were people working with him who were screwing him around in some ways. Now, again, without naming names, I'm friends with some people who had wanted to work with him. And they said that he was the one who came up with demands that were not in the original agreement. And I totally 100% think that they are correct. The thing that I will say, though, is that maybe in his mind, in Vinny's mind, he might have had an inkling from someone who was working with him to come up with the idea of, hey, these people are messing with you, or they're not being right with you. So maybe that was a possibility. I'm not saying it's totally true. I'm not even saying it's in any way true. I'm just saying these are possibilities that I am pondering. But that since he finally did come through with the birthday bash, I'm thinking to myself, okay, maybe he got rid of the people who had caused him or them to cancel gigs. Maybe he was like, I'm done with this idea of people canceling stuff, or me going with people who tell me I should cancel. So maybe he's been taking the high road as far as not mentioning who was involved. I'm not saying that he wasn't involved. In fact, from what I understand, he was the one who said the demands that he made that were after everything was negotiated. But I am suggesting the possibility. Again, possibility. Possibility does not mean fact. So please understand that. The possibility that maybe someone told him to say what he said. Like, Vinny, I want you to tell these people this and this, and that and that. So my final conclusion, I don't have any final conclusion because we don't know what's going to happen later. But I'm thinking it is possible that he had bad people working with him who were advising him in weird ways, and he decided to quit or cancel the gigs that he was going to do because they were working with him in these gigs. And when he finally got new people going with him who were good people, then finally he might have thought, okay, let's go on with this. So Anyway, that's my report on what possibly happened with Vinnie Vincent. If you agree, or even if you disagree, that's all good. This is just my idea. Okay, take care. Bye.